Football, a sport like no other, played around the world by many and adored by more. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Euphoric highs and soul-crushing lows, those 90 minutes are what keep some people going. Whether it's worldwide giants or local clubs, treble-winning seasons or silverware dry spells, fans simply can't get enough. In Scotland, fans would die for their clubs. With the highest football attendance per capita in the world, the die-hard Scots love the game. But football's reach extends more than just 3 p.m. on a Saturday. It goes above and beyond to plant deep roots in their communities to ensure that people feel more connected to their clubs than they usually would. Football community trusts have a plan, and they are exceeding expectations.
I can't understate the importance of mental health programmes. It has been massive, and it was already massive, particularly amongst men in the modern age. However, the impact of COVID, we're still feeling the effects of that, and it is impacting a lot of what we do and how we do it in terms of programmes. We have an area out in the car park. It's a large area. It's fenced off. It's grass, trees, bushes, so on, and then there's 4 containers which have been turned into a woodworking shop, an artist shop, a social area, chairs, so on, and we partner Star Project in that one, because partnership's very important amongst the charities and foundations. The guys that attend that, they attend Tuesdays and Thursdays. We try to give them space to do their own thing.
Yep.
However, we also drop in, see them, match tickets, wee chats, take food over. We introduce some of our programmes with younger kids or employability programmes. We take them over to the men's shed to talk to the guys sometimes, which makes them feel as though more purposeful.
Yep.
When they feel as though they're helping other people. And we've done things like designed a wee quiet area for them, so we've planted trees, fruit trees, all that sort of thing with the other programmes for the guys, so that there's an area within their area that if things are getting a wee bit much, they can just go and have a wee seat, a wee quiet space away for the rest of the guys, just to have a bit of time.
I think it's just obviously the people you meet. Everybody's got the common interest of Motherwell, and it's great, just to get out of the house. And I've met a lot of friends through the community trust, people that I go to the football with, and it's just great to get out of the house for whether it's an hour and a half, just to take your mind off things. Nowadays you don't really ever know what somebody's going through, so to have that little outlet, if you will, for people involved with the club to just take an hour, 2 hours out of their day to go and play football where they've got no worries and they're able to socialise, because as well for some people it'll be the only social gathering or whatever you will that they'll have all day. So it's important for the communities, it's important for the older generation, younger generation, everybody, because as I say, you don't know what's going on with people personally as much as you like to think you do.
Well, one of the areas that we work with are young people who may be disengaged for various reasons from their education or pathway to training, education or employment. Our SQA programme of wider achievement works with young people in secondary schools, and we have almost 20 secondary schools who send their pupils to us 1 day a week throughout the entire school year. And as an accredited SQA centre, it means that we're able to use the hook of the club or the foundation and our growing reputation in this area to engage young people who may not be engaged. And some of them are not even going to school, but they will come to us. So that's a really powerful intervention, if I can put it in that context, because the benefits to somebody's future can just be amazing if we're able to engage them and be able to support them towards either employment if they're ready for that. If they're not, then it's about building resilience, self-confidence and some skills to perhaps encourage them and support them into college education or other vocational forms of training. So that's a real focus for us, and similarly we'll do that with young people who are leaving prison or who have experience of the criminal justice system. We have a dementia programme called Football Memories, autism-friendly football, learning disability football. We have a weekly drop-in for adults who are recovering from addiction. We have a veterans programme, and I could go on and on. It really is diverse, but then so are the needs in society. And we want to position ourselves as a charity where we can have impact where it's needed most, and to reflect those needs in society. I think you can never underestimate the value and importance of an institution such as Rangers and its official charity in being able to make a difference in society. And I know that the club does take very seriously its role in society, and in terms of CSR, corporate social responsibility. That's something that, in this case, it's the Rangers Charity Foundation as the club's official charity who carries out that function. And in turn, as a charity, we take our role very seriously. And I think you can not underestimate the way in which people will feel comfortable in an environment such as this, and through the foundation's work, where they might not feel as comfortable referring themselves through more conventional opportunities to improve their lives. So I think it's just incredible that the number of organisations such as ours are able to have so much impact in their communities. I think foundations and trusts such as ours associated with football clubs have a massive impact in their communities across the country, and perhaps to some extent the public are not aware of all that work. I think it's becoming more and more known now, and that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, if we can make a difference in society, and many of the things that we're doing are, the objectives of local or national government in areas where we can improve public health, mental well-being, employability prospects, supporting people with disabilities. It's huge, the scope of what we're able to do, and at the end of the day, their support of our work, or through foundations and trusts, or indeed our supporters, we can save society so much resource by helping people change their lives for the better.
From the top flight to League Two, everyone matters.
We have a lot of supporters who have been supporting the club for years, and if we are able to support them in a way that gives something back to them. For example, we've got lots of different activities going on through the foundation, Stirling Albion Foundation, and there was one elderly gentleman who's been coming to Woking Football. He doesn't have any family, so coming to the club here, this becomes like his family, and putting on this activity has meant that he's now got a whole bunch of people around him that he does life with every week, and gets him out of the house, gives him something to look forward to. See, as you get older, sometimes you don't have the same circle of friends, and so to be able to come for the Stirling Albion Foundation to put on something where folks can come together and build friendships for older folks is good. We've got women's football, we've got New Scots, which is immigrants and those who are looking to get placed in Scotland. So there's activities being put on all the time to just draw people in and give them a purpose if they don't have one. And I think the foundation does a massive job with that.
It was kind of made in terms of making health and well-being, community-orientated sport, football in particular, accessible to kind of around Maryhill, Possil, Springburn, and trying to make sure that people around the community are catered for, and that we can supply, through the club's name, health and well-being and community-orientated support to them. So we've been running this programme for years now. It was initially set up just for free football to kind of look at mental health, look at people who are maybe struggling throughout the week, and give them some structure, give them some sport and physical activity to feel better. and then obviously give them that social aspect as well. So we offer a free meal to the guys after football as well. So that happens two times a week. We've got Monday and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Each time, and that's kind of transitioned into a diverse kind of cultures and kind of people who've come in, age-wise, culture-wise, background-wise. It's been more than we would have thought over the years. So as I was saying there, we've now got about 50 people coming twice a week that are from all over the world.
So everywhere. It's so vast, isn't it?
So we've got a major proportion are from kind of North Africa, like Sudan, Cameroon, Nigeria. Guys who are maybe seeking asylum here. It's guys who are maybe trying to build a life in Glasgow, and they come here and they've got nothing. And I think inadvertently we've kind of looked at that gap and thought, how can we slowly integrate them into a hub, have a kind of crutch to look at, that they can have set routine, come in twice a week, meet new people. And when you come in here, and it must be so scary coming to Glasgow yourself, you've got no family, no support system, and you come and there's another 49 guys there who maybe have the same experience as you, maybe have other experience but the same kind of interests, and you create relationships there through football, and that's what football's so good at. We've always been really passionate about kind of catering for individuals with additional support needs, and I think ever since we were at Firhill, we've kind of grown that programme for about 10 years. Right. So basically it's the same kind of format as Set Activity. It's trying to kind of break down social barriers and make sure that guys that are maybe coming away from school or maybe away from unemployment and that have additional support needs have a structure and a support system here that they can just be themselves. I feel like in the kind of disability there's a lot less activity provision than there should be, so even if it's just for people to just get to know each other and again have similar, meet with similar people, meet with people who you would not have met if it wasn't for a programme like this, and it allows them to come to this room here, play pool, play darts, and then play football in an accessible and inclusive environment, which obviously is impossible in grassroots football. If you feel like you are excluded from that point, it kind of puts you away from the social aspect of football, and we want to make sure that they can enjoy football in a great environment. And if you've seen firsthand what the coaches do with them, and they just the way they have a laugh with them, the way they make them feel like themselves, and some of the guys have been here for 10 years, and you can see it in the amount of people that have stayed here and kind of developed, and seeing guys that have come in from like 17, 18, like shy wee guys coming out not really knowing who they are. Now they're 27, 28 and they're kind of leaders in the programme.
Flourish over the years.
And brilliant. It's just, it doesn't get much better than that, and it's one of the favourite programmes we do because you just have such a laugh with them. They give you their all. If you give them 10%, they'll give you 200%. It's just that they are so thankful for you giving them the time and the effort, and it should be more, and we just want to develop that and kind of be the pioneers of kind of ASN football in Scotland and kind of Glasgow, and then there's really good stuff that happens kind of nationally, so we kind of want to be on the map for that as well.
As you can see, charity trusts and community trusts are so incredibly important to the people who use and utilise them. They show just how much work they do and what it means to them to do it. Contact information is on screen for all associations mentioned in this video, as they're always happy to see new faces. I am David Torrance. Thank you for watching.